But your Lordship's court is repeatedly being sought to be hoodwinked by such action of the Election Commission, which renders justice to be nugatory. And more persons have died in the meantime. It's common knowledge after this order on 16th. Now, that's the hard and brutal reality. Nobody can deny, no affidavit is necessary.
We are on live streaming. It's a very sorry state of affairs. Any aggrieved person by any should we doubt the independence of the commission? That shouldn't be a sin. That shouldn't be. That is why in the first instance itself we said.
This is a contempt application rising out of the order passed by your Lordship's note on 15th of this month. Now, this is with regard to the Panchayat elections, not where your Lordships had been pleased to elaborately consider not the present state of affairs and not for the purpose of a peaceful election. Your Lordships were pleased to direct the Election Commission to immediately deploy central forces. Now, your Lordships in the subsequent order of 15th June made it clear that the order has to be obeyed in letter and spirit. That's the last paragraph in your last few words in your Lordship's judgment. Now, a show of a compliance does not reckon an action to be in compliance of an order in letter and spirit. Now, your Lordships were considering the situation which had traversed from 2013 onwards to 2023 and being alive to the situation of post-poll violence in 2021. In 2013, when the Election Commission had gone to the Supreme Court challenging the state government's action, the state government decided to requisition 82,000 paramilitary personnel. Today, the number of districts has enhanced from 17 to 22 in the state of West Bengal. So is the number of seats. And the tenor of your Lordship's order to be complied in letter and spirit is to instill confidence in the electorate.
Right.
Now, today, in contempt jurisdiction, your Lordships are not only concerned about enforcement of the orders, but I need not cite any judgment before your Lordship that contempt jurisdiction also extends to retributive justice being extended.
Even curative.
That's the remedial measure that the court can grant by way of relief in contempt jurisdiction. Now, today, if by way of show of a compliance, your Lordship's court is once again tried to be hoodwinked. I am carefully and consciously choosing this expression hoodwinked. I know I am before the highest authority of judiciary in the state of West Bengal and before the highest court of law in the state of West Bengal. But your Lordship's court is repeatedly being sought to be hoodwinked by such action of the Election Commission, which renders justice to be nugatory and the faith of the public in the system to be rendered null and void. This was not the purpose for which your Lordships directed the Election Commission to requisition paramilitary forces. Is on 8th July, don't confuse. Today, the spirit of the order was not only for the purpose of the polling day.
No, it is to cover the entire election.
Entire elections.
That was clear. That is why the first order was passed even well before the last date of nominations had to expire.
But on behalf of the Commission that it may take a couple of more days to do so. We are of the view that waiting any longer will cause more damage to the situation and will not aid in protecting the purity of the election process. But 8 more persons have died in the meantime. It's common knowledge after this order on 16th. 8 to 10%. Now, that's the hard and brutal reality. Nobody can deny, no affidavit is necessary. And what can be more supreme than right to life of the electorates? That's the most paramount consideration in the constitutional framework. That's the most effective, most paramount, and the most supreme fundamental right available to a citizen qua an electorate. And that's what your Lordships wanted to protect.
We'll hear the Election Commission.
My Lord, after your Lordship's order, my Lord, after the Supreme Court, my Lord, was pleased to, my Lord, uphold your Lordship's order. My Lord, on the same day, my Lord, immediately, my Lord, the Election Commission wrote to the Home Secretary of the Government of India, asking for deployment of forces, and my Lord, not, my Lord, with any delay. And my Lord, communications were also made to all the district magistrates of all the districts. Now, my Lord, it is true that, my Lord, as of now, my Lord, for each district, my Lord, there has been my lord, one company that has been sought to be deployed. But my lord, here if your lordships direct, my lord, that further forces should be sought, my lord,
No,
immediately.
sir. We fail to understand. It's
No,
a
well,
very
I
no, it's a very, we are on, what is it, live streaming. It's a very sorry state of affairs. Any aggrieved person by any order is entitled to file an appeal. But right from the beginning, what we have been trying to emphasize is that you are a neutral body.
Yes.
Right from day one,
Yes, my lord.
when the submissions were made, you are a neutral body and you need not toe the line of anybody. You need not walk the dotted lines. So therefore, is it the court to advise the commission whether 1,700 people will be sufficient or 80,000 people will be sufficient or 8 lakh people would be sufficient? It is for you to make the assessment. That is why in this order we said they may have an assessment plan, but the ultimate decision, that's the word we used in the order, the ultimate decision shall lie with the commission. So when the court reposes such confidence, it belied, it did not. It did not act as per the confidence reposed by the court in the first order. This necessitated the second order. And now the present conduct of requisition, if what Mr. Mazmundar says is right, 1,700 people for 32 districts or 22 districts is highly inadequate. Highly inadequate. And we were not shown this order earlier. We were not shown this order earlier. But very interestingly, it's a 5-phase election, which was manageable. Now 3-tier conducted on same day, 75,000 etc. Seats to be done. So many polling booths, and it's scattered. It's not like in a city to travel in one place to another. Even at that time, for these days, 82,000 people, 1,05,000 was the state strength. Now let us assume, but these people are from the neighboring states, will reach on 6th. For them to get acclimatized, it will take at least half a day. Then you will have to, where to deploy them, mode of transport, etc. So effectively, they will be reaching the venue only on the 7th mid-noon. And the 8th is the election. Preparedness, the DM, how to interact with the local police, the central forces, so much a problem. And probably requisitioning these forces from these states like Orissa, Jharkhand, Bihar, Punjab may not be a problem with regard to language. With regard to the state where I come from, language will be a barrier. So unless there is a high-level officer or couple of officers accompanying the battalion, they will not be able to translate the whatever orders you. So if the court shouldn't lose faith in the system. And ultimately, if the people start losing faith in the system, what's the purpose of conducting the elections? And we didn't know that it was an elaborate order passed by the Honorable Supreme Court. We were also reading the press reports only just now we saw. And the Honorable Supreme Court has extracted both the orders 9-6 and 13-6. So at least speaking for myself,
Well, the orders
there is
are
a-
very clear.
what do you say? Should we doubt the independence of the commission? That shouldn't be a sin. That shouldn't be. That is why in the first instance itself we said, please read a TN session judgment. What is the powers? So let us be frank. You have gone to the highest court. The court has given some directions, approved the directions. Rightfully accept the judgment. Do what is needful. Let us not toe the line. If it is very difficult for the commissioner to take orders, he can step down. Probably His Excellency the Governor may appoint somebody else in his presence. Because that's a very, very important post. Very important post. And the tenure is short, of course, till the declaration of result, etc. It won't take much time for us to say, etc., issue notice of contempt. There has been what does it mean? We expected today, we were discussing that there are chances that the contempt application will be withdrawn.